I'm your host, Michaela, and I'm here today with my bestest of buds, Chrissy, Lindsay, and Aaron. Have you ever gone a day without all your prized possessions, what you think are necessities in life? Imagine going without them for your whole entire life.
Speaking of which, we're here to discuss the problems the homeless face and how we can fix them.
I know.
Obviously, homelessness is general and a very serious and also huge problem itself. Over 500,000 people in the United States are homeless, and a quarter of those people are children.
And no one really thinks about it like that. The fact that it's not just lazy bums asking for petty change on the streets. It's much more than that. It's single mothers with their children trying to fend for themselves, and it's people who didn't have a choice to be homeless.
Well, no one really has a choice to be homeless, right?
Right! Let me show you some statistics I found from the Huffington Post about cities that have recently been criminalizing homelessness. Before I continue with that, I just want to say how disappointing it is that these cities are criminalizing people for something they can't control. But I digress. They had a 2014 survey in the National Law Center on Homelessness and Poverty, and 187 cities were surveyed. 43% of these cities have made it illegal to sleep in your car. Illegal to sleep in your car? It's your own car, your own property. Sorry, continue. 24% of these cities make it illegal to beg in public, and 18% of these cities make it a crime to sleep anywhere in public. Which, that's where the homeless spikes come in. There's these, steel spikes under bridges and on sidewalks just for the homeless not to sleep there, just because cities don't want homeless people sleeping around. It doesn't really make any sense, but...
Well, how about we get another opinion on this, for non-biased reason?
About homelessness.
I think homelessness is a problem in our culture, and I think it's something that we need to find better ways of addressing. How long of answers do you need?
That's good.
Oh, okay,
You
good.
don't have to keep thinking of stuff.
Have you ever donated to homeless?
Yes.
In what ways have you donated?
We've donated, we've taken food to people that are hungry, clothes, and things like that. We've supported different ministries and missions that deal with homelessness, especially in the Flint area. We've done some help with the refuge here in Lapeer. So various things like that.
Would you ever take in a homeless person?
Would I take a homeless person in? An interesting question. I would like to say I would. I've never had that opportunity or thought come across, but yeah, I would like to say I would. I don't think that would be a problem.
What would you do to help a homeless person?
I think one of the biggest issues with homelessness is they can't get help because they don't have an address. And if you were to go to DHS to get help, you've got to have an address. And if you don't have an address, they can't help you. And you go to most services, try to get a job, can't get a job because you don't have an address. So I think if I could do anything, primarily I would try to allow them to use perhaps my address as their address as a mail spot. I think. I'm sitting here thinking, what would the circumstances be that I would now become homeless? Most people don't probably even realize how close to homelessness they are. Sickness, you lose your job. I think I would hope that people wouldn't just make the stereotypical judgment that you're homeless because you've done this to yourself. I actually heard someone the other day, and I'm hoping they were being sarcastic, but they made the statement, well, if they're homeless, just send them south. If you're going to be homeless, go to San Diego. That's a good place to be homeless because they have food plans for you. So, and you can't feed the homeless in San Diego. You can't buy food or give them money. That's against the city laws because the city has things in place to help them, and they don't want people just giving them money and stuff because it actually creates a bigger problem for them. So and it's 70-some degrees year round. So it's a good place to be homeless.
Do you know anyone that was personally affected by this?
Perfect. So basically, do I know any homeless people or people that? Interesting question.
We're gonna help.
That's been affected.
I think we're all affected.
Looking at negative this entire time, let's discuss our plan that we want to put in action.
We, as a group, think that the most beneficial way to help the homeless is to give them what they need the most, a home.
And the way we want to do that is either building from scratch a home that is specifically for the homeless, a permanent home, a house that could fit multiple families, a house that felt like a home to them, or we would like to refurbish an existing abandoned home. Considering there's no one living in these houses, we might as well make it a nice living space for them.
The only problem we have is the money issue. If we can take up like $20,000 to $40,000 to refurbish a home, depending on its size, we want something big to fit multiple families, but we want to do whatever we can do to at least help one person. We're out of time, but thanks for listening, and thanks to Pastor Drew from the Lapeer Church to the Nazarene for letting us speak with him.
I hope we left you guys for a little food for thought. Think about all the topics we've discussed and just see if we changed your mind, even in the slightest.
Talk to you guys later. Thanks for visiting the happy hour.
Yeah.